Many of us have lately discovered the call recording feature present on our Android smartphones and have been using this option to record important calls. Some of the people I know have become so obsessed that they are recording each and every call, including the telemarketing calls and wrong numbers. But is it legal to record a call in India? And can the recorded calls be used as evidence? There are such doubts around India about the call recording, and I have tried to cover almost all the doubts, including call recording, and request you to watch this video to the end. Do share and subscribe if you like the content, and post your comments if you want us to conduct a deep research on any topic and present it in a simplified video. Well, now getting back to the call recording topic. Legality of anything is determined by the Constitution of India, which is the collection of bylaws that run the largest democracy in the world, India. You would be surprised to know that there is no specific law written in the Indian Constitution that speaks of call recording directly. However, there are other laws under which call recording is covered. The Indian bylaws are divided into two categories, criminal and civil. Let us check in detail about all the laws that are related to call recording in India. There are two laws under the criminal law section that are related to call recording as a phone call comes under the Indian Telegraph Act 1885 and recording a call on digital media is covered under the Information Technology Act 2000. The Indian Telegraph Act 1885. Although the telephone was invented by Alexander Graham Bell in 1876, which is roughly 9 years prior to the date when the Indian Telegraph Act 1885 was written, it does not contain a dedicated section about call recordings. However, Section 25 in the Act does have related content, and the conclusion derived here is that the call can be recorded by any of the parties involved in the conversation. However, if a third party records your call, then it's a criminal offense. The only exception is given to legal authorities if they have permission from the court. The Information Technology Act 2000. The IT Act 2000 does not state anything against or for call recording. The civil law does not state anything with regards to call recordings, but it does express grave concern over the privacy of Indian citizens. We will get to that later in the video. Moving forward, let us try to answer the most asked question in this regard. Are call recordings legal or illegal? Or is it legal to record calls in India? The answer is it is legal to record calls in India only if the parties in the conversation record it. In simpler words, if you are talking with your friend on your smartphone, then either of you can record the call. This is a definition of a legal call which can be produced in the court as evidence. However, if a third party records the same call without being directly involved in the conversation, then it will be classified as illegal call recording. This law applies to government agencies as well as who have to seek permission in writing from the Honorable Court before tapping any suspicious phone calls. So if you think that recording all your calls is legal, wait, here comes the civil law. The law I said I would discuss later. A call recording between two people is legal if any one of the parties records it, but this call can be considered illegal if it contains private information about one of the parties and has been leaked to the public via social media or any other source. In this case, the person who is responsible for the leak can be charged for the breach of fundamental right of privacy, and the other party can file a civil suit on the accused. As per the Indian code, the intention or motive of recording calls makes a call recording legal or illegal. Another important factor to know is the GDPR, that is General Data Protection Regulation, set up by the European Union that makes it mandatory to notify all the parties in a conversation about the fact the current call is being recorded. Hence, most smartphone manufacturers prefer Google Dialer as the default dialing app that transmits a loud message whenever the call recording button is pressed. Also, note that all call centers do state that your call is being recorded for training and quality monitoring purposes in the beginning of the call, right? However, GDPR is not amended yet in the Indian Constitution, which means you can record calls without informing the other parties. Just don't make it public, or else you can be sued for breaching privacy. Are call recordings admissible in court? To answer that, let us first examine a statement by the Honorable Supreme Court of India. Electronic evidence is admissible in the court. I believe that clears most doubts, as only a legal call recording can be used in court as evidence, provided it has a Section 65B certificate according to Indian Evidence Act 1872. How do you record your calls on your mobile? Many smartphone manufacturers provide this feature inbuilt the operating system. If your smartphone is using a Google dialer, then when you press the call record button, you will be automatically hearing a voice recording stating this call is being recorded. And when you terminate this action, you will hear another recording stating call recording has now ended. This informative statement can be heard by all the people you are talking to as well. If you are using a custom dialer as the one provided by Samsung smartphone, then you will not get these voice messages in the Indian version of the OS. Also, any third-party dialer apps offer recording calls without notifying others. You have to note that using third-party apps that lead to infringement of privacy laws is a criminal offense. You need to check your country's laws before attempting to record any calls. So, why do people record calls on their mobile phones? Now that you know everything about call recordings in India, let us check out some various reasons as to why people record calls. Some of the important reasons include: businessmen claim to record their dealings and negotiations for future reference. Many record their call with lawyers and doctors because of technical terms used that can be heard again to fully understand the conversation. And there are others who record calls with their managers or seniors to understand the task and steps explained over the phone. Housewives may record calls while discussing new recipes with their friends and family. And the less important reasons include: some people do it for fun and do not have a specific purpose. Some record calls and then use a part or the entire call on their YouTube channel videos. There are others who have customized the settings to record every call and then filter out the unimportant ones. Well, that concludes our video today. Well, all is there to know about call recordings in India. I hope you liked the video, and most importantly, I sincerely hope that all your doubts regarding this topic are now resolved. The quest to seek knowledge is still on, and if there is anything else you would like to know about this topic or another, then you always have the comment section below at your disposal. With this, we bid farewell for now with the golden words: let the burning fire for knowledge always remain lighted to show us the way.